जो भी हुंदा है वो हम कर दें या फिर हम हवा विच एवं ही उड़ते फिरते हैं यहाँ से वहाँ.
Good evening and welcome. You're watching Breaking Views with me, Sanket Upadhyay. This is the only show where we get you all the views so that you get the complete picture. And this is a very important issue. Don't brush this aside thinking that cinema, what is the point, why talk about this? It has to be spoken about. Because here is one more moment where a troll army has gone after Aamir Khan. And for what joy, one really does not know. Old comments are being extracted, being pulled out and retrofitted to ask for a boycott of Aamir Khan's new movie, Laal Singh Chaddha. These are comments dating back to 2015. Now this is an absolutely bizarre statement. To all those people who are asking for this boycott call, one really does not understand why. Because here is an actor who has a rich legacy, who has raised very, very important social issues, has made absolutely brilliant, entertaining yet powerful movies, brilliant masterpieces. He takes his time. He is not that sort of an actor who would churn out movie after movie every year. No. It takes his time. And yet, there is an entire cottage industry of people. And I'm conscious when we use this word, cottage industry, which operates on the basis of hating Aamir Khan. So first of all, let's quickly tell you what has happened. So Boycott Aamir Khan, cottage industry, this is the latest saga. There's a new hashtag called Boycott Laal Singh Chaddha, which is trending on Twitter. This boycott call trend after someone dig out his 2015 comment on growing intolerance in this country. Now Aamir Khan has replied to this. What is his latest statement? Let's put that on screen. Aamir Khan on the latest boycott of Laal Singh Chaddha has said that it is sad people believe I don't like India. That's quite untrue. I really love this country. Imagine an actor having to say that over and over again. It is rather unfortunate if people feel I am someone who does not like India. I want to reassure everyone that this is not the case. Please don't boycott my films. Please watch my films. Why should an actor have to do this? To give a certificate of his love for the country. Now, one reason why this is happening, and let's quickly put that on screen, is a statement that was made in 2015. Now here is when the troll army went after Aamir Khan, the first time in a big way. In 2015, he raised concerns over growing intolerance in the country. Though to be fair, he never used the word intolerance. He said a sense of despondency. Because I heard that statement again. He says there has been a growing sense of despondency. Kiran said that should we leave India? Now that's a disastrous and a big statement to make. There is despondency, there is disquiet. No mention of the word intolerance. So he quoted his wife as saying that should we move out of India? And then he said that this was disastrous and a big statement to make. As a consequence of all of that, amidst this outcry, Aamir Khan lost a big contract with a firm 3 months later because there was a huge controversy. Huge controversy. Many constituents, political, social, were all up in arms against him for making this statement. Then in 2020, Aamir Khan met Turkey's first lady. Right? So this meeting happened and then immediately there was a huge problem. Why did he go to Turkey? Why did he meet the first lady of Turkey? These leaders openly speak against India. They openly align with Pakistan. Well, India has a mission in Turkey. We have an ambassador in Turkey. We have diplomatic ties with Turkey. Indians are allowed in Turkey. And if at an international platform, Mr. Erdogan were to meet the Prime Minister, even that meeting is going to happen. So why was Aamir Khan trolled for something like this? Beats me. Then in 2022, Aamir Khan's daughter was trolled for an attire in birthday pictures. She was wearing a short dress. She was trolled, and trolls were asked, do they still feel unsafe in India? Again, the comment of 2015. So it is this 2015 comment which keeps coming back to haunt Aamir Khan over and over again, and has come in again in 2022, 6-7 years later, again to haunt him just ahead of his new movie Laal Singh Chaddha. So the question that we are asking, obviously somebody is benefiting from all of this, no? Who is it? Who benefits from this Boycott Aamir cottage industry, which is continuously churning hate after hate for Aamir Khan, this very noted actor? I would like to welcome all our guests. Mr. Prahlad Kakkar is an ad film director, Zainab Sikandar, columnist and writer, advocate Vedika Chaube. We also have Jodhjeet, member of the Shaheed Bhagat Singh Seva Dal. Nupur Mehta is a Bollywood actor, and Geeta Bhatt, a political analyst. Views lean towards the BJP. Thank you very much. Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, let me begin with you first. What do you make of this? Very consciously we are using the word cottage industry because I feel that there is no other way to define this.
No, but you see, you must understand that we've been facing this targeted trolling for a very long time. Even in advertising, when Tatas and Tanishq and all these people came up with advertising which talked about communal harmony and about Indianness, they were trolled, and they also, to a certain extent, got nervous. Instead of holding their ground and turning around and saying, "Theek hai, let the people decide for themselves whether they should want to see the film or not want to see the film." Another aspect of this is that actually it benefits Aamir Khan, because the kind of publicity that now this film is going to get from this trolling is going to be far more than any amount of money that you can spend in their publicity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that, Mr. Kakkar, you're speaking like a conspiracy theorist.
No, so I'm not speaking like I'm saying that they're playing right into the hands of who they're targeting. Because what they don't realize is the majority of this country doesn't think like they do. They're only a small minority. If they don't want to see the film, great. But even if they try and influence everybody else not to see the film, I don't think it's going to work.
Okay.
I think more people are going to see the film now because of this than before.
Okay, Jodhjeet, why do you feel that people should boycott Laal Singh Chaddha? Why?
So first of all, आपको नमस्कार, and I would prefer to speak in Hindi.
बिल्कुल बोलिए. नहीं, मैं आपसे यही पूछना चाहता हूँ, ये लाल सिंह चड्ढा को बवाल सिंह चड्ढा क्यों बना दिया आपने?
Sir, actually, like I have a lot of fans and followers जो over the time मैं dead bodies की सेवा करता हूँ दिल्ली में, तो सोशल मीडिया पे काफी लोग फॉलो करते हैं. तो मुझे लोगों ने ये बताया कि so there is this movie coming up, आप देखेंगे? I said कौन सी? They said लाल सिंह चड्ढा एक मूवी है आमिर खान की, एंड आपको वो देखनी है. आई सेड पता नहीं. देन दे सेड कि आपको उसकी पीके मूवी देखनी चाहिए, एंड उस मूवी में देवी देवताओं का अपमान है, एंड देन बहुत सारी चीजें उन्होंने मुझे बताई. व्हेन आई सॉ दैट मूवी रिसेंटली, मैंने पहले वो नहीं देखी थी, देन आई सॉ एक्चुअली देयर वर शॉट्स जहाँ पे देवी देवताओं को मतलब वो डर के भाग रहे हैं, ऐसा शॉट दिखाया गया है. देन वहाँ पे सेक्रेट आइटम्स जो होती हैं, जैसे चरण पादुका पड़ी है मंदिर में, वो खुद पहन के चल रहे हैं, एंड ही इज यूरिनेटिंग, एंड सूटकेस पे वो देवी देवताओं की फोटो लगी हुई है. तो मुझे लगा ये रिलीजियस सेंटिमेंट्स को और बिलीफ्स को हर्ट करता है. इसके बाद सर
नहीं, ये लाल सिंह चड्ढा फिल्म या इससे पहले की उनकी फिल्म है?
मैं पीके की बात कर रहा हूँ पहले.
अच्छा.
ये मैं इस कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचा क्यों? मैं पहले बता दूं, बायकॉट लाल सिंह चड्ढा मेरी मूवमेंट नहीं है, ये तो करोड़ों लोगों की मूवमेंट लोग चला रहे हैं. मैं इस समुद्र की एक बूंद हूं, मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ. तो मैंने इनका एक इंटरव्यू में देखा कि मिस्टर आमिर खान, इन्होंने बोला कि माहौल जो है एक अनसेफ नहीं है, ऐसा मेरी वाइफ बोलती हैं कि उन्हें डर लगता है, बच्चों के बारे में डर लगता है, अखबार खोलने से डर लगता है. मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि क्या अगर इस देश में डर लगता है हमें, मैं तो बहुत सेफ फील करता हूँ, तो अफगानिस्तान में डर लगना चाहिए या भारत देश में डर लगना चाहिए? सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये था. फिर वो कह रहे हैं कि वाइफ सजेस्ट करती हैं कि हमें कंट्री से मूव कर जाना चाहिए, और ये उन्होंने कहा कि ये मैं भी ये सेंस को फील करता हूँ। तो उन्होंने कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगा कि ये हमारे देश का अपमान है।
एक सेकेंड, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि बिकॉज दिस हैपेंड इन 2015, इट इज ओनली फेयर फॉर अस टू लिसन इन टू व्हाट आमिर खान सेड बैक देन। एक बार जरा सुन लेते हैं कि उन्होंने क्या बोला। अव्वल, कहीं पर भी द वर्ड इंटॉलरेंस हैज नॉट बीन मेंशन्ड, and so that you don't think that I'm making this up, let's listen in to Aamir Khan himself. What exactly did he say? Let's play that sound reaction.
Maybe 6 months, 8 months, there has been a growing sense of despondency, I would say. I mean, when I sit at home and talk to Kiran, Kiran and I have lived all our lives in India. For the first time, Kiran says, should we move out of India? Now, that's a disastrous and very big statement for Kiran to make to me. She fears for her child. She fears for, what the atmosphere around us will be. She feels scared to open the newspapers every day. So that does indicate that there is a sense of growing disquiet. It's a sense of growing despondency. Apart from alarm, there's one part of it is alarm. There's another part you feel depressed. You feel low. You feel, why is this happening? So that sense does exist in me, to be quite honest.
Zainab Sikandar, nowhere has the word intolerance been used. He says growing sense of despondency, which is I'll come back to you, Jyotjit. I'll come back to you. I'll quickly circle around. He says, Kiran said we should leave India, and that's a disastrous and a big statement for her to make. Not even suggesting that they will actually pack up their bags and go. And by the way, Aamir Khan is still here, promoting his movie. So what do you make of this boycott and troll which is being mounted right now? One is of course PK.
Yeah, boycott is as usual a trend that now some people have taken it upon themselves, that we are going to protest everything which doesn't work in our political sensibility, because this entire thing is completely politicized. I don't think there is an artistic opinion behind people's boycott. I don't think they want to boycott the movie because the movie is bad or it's atrocious. They want to boycott it because their political leaning suggests so. I want to make one thing very clear. Even if Aamir Khan had said that he feels a sense of intolerance in India, he's a citizen of this country and he's allowed to say so. Our constitution has given us the right to say so. So picking whether he said despondency, picking whether he said disquiet, it doesn't matter. As a citizen of this country, he can have an opinion. And I always cite this example that whenever someone is talking about the conditions that we are living in India, as a citizen, say for example, Jyotjit ji right now is sitting there, and if he was to say, for example, or if I was to say that there is a drug problem in Punjab, does this mean I hate Punjab? Does this mean I'm bad-mouthing my country? No, it doesn't. I'm talking about the conditions right now of a certain place or in certain social milieu. I'm discussing it. Similarly, in 2015, when Aamir Khan made these comments, there was a spate of violence which was happening in the name of cow vigilantism, and there were a lot of lynchings. There was violence. As a citizen of this country, he can say I'm worried. He can say that I'm feeling a sense of disquiet and my wife is having this discussion with me. We cannot hold him to ransom that how can he air his views? I had written a column in which I had spoken about the silence of the Khans, and at that time I had received a lot of flack because people were saying these people have a lot to lose. And in hindsight today, when I see these kind of hashtags that are trending, I do believe that, the minute an important person who's not involved in politics says something which is out of line, that just becomes fodder for the troll armies or anyone.
But, Zainab, the thing is that these are public personalities in every aspect of their life, barring the absolutely private aspects of their personal life, is up for public discourse. So if Aamir Khan's statement is being analyzed and micro-analyzed and people are debating about it and forming their opinion, then even that should be not treated as wrong. So people can then analyze the fact that he said that there is a sense of despondency.
No, I completely agree. People who are even saying we want to boycott the movie are completely right in their own way. Like I said, opinions are opinions. It's a democracy. Someone who wants to boycott the film is absolutely right. But even an Aamir Khan talking about the conditions of the nation is absolutely right. You can't say, how dare he says it. You want to boycott a film because he said something and you don't appreciate it? Please go ahead and do that. That's all right. But you can't say, why did Aamir Khan say this? Or he is hating the country. You can't put words in his mouth. You can't assume things.
Okay.
And I want to point out something really quickly which Joe G said.
Yeah.
He spoke about PK. I want to tell you, PK was actually talking about self-proclaimed gurus. वो देवी देवताओं के बारे में नहीं बोल रहे थे, वो गुरुओं के बारे में बोल रहे थे.
Yeah, by that logic, there should be a problem with the movie OMG also.
With Paresh Rawal. This was my second point. Paresh Rawal is a sweetheart of the right-wing ecosystem.
So is Akshay Kumar.
Absolutely. But in that, because Paresh Rawal was the one who was playing the character of a man who puts a case on a deity, so that is why I'm specifically saying Paresh Rawal, but he's loved by the right-wing ecosystem.
Okay. Geeta Bhatt, Professor Bhatt, I want to come to you now. You see, the point is, and yeah, Jojit, I'll come back to you. Two guests have not spoken. Professor Geeta Bhatt, you see, the thing is, one of the things that was said is that, he went to Turkey and he met the first lady over there. By the way, India has diplomatic relations with that country. Indians are allowed to go there, right? And people can meet. In fact, even the Prime Minister can meet leaders in Turkey. Why is every aspect of Aamir Khan made into such a big deal? And this constant insinuation that he is anti-India, anti-country, anti-Hindu.
Sanket ji, first of all, since you said that he's been portrayed as anti-Hindu, India being where the majority, if you look religiously, are Hindus. Still, there were three Muslims who have been superstars in this country. So definitely, I don't think there is any sense of intolerance anywhere. When it comes to talent, when it comes to people who are very good in whatever art forms they are expressing themselves. Now, but the point is, Sanketji, that you see that you cannot buy fans and your followers. Even we say every second day, big star children and producers' children are being launched. But maybe with maybe a couple of movies, but after that they cannot sustain unless people really actually like them. And we have seen that Mr. Aamir Khan as an actor has been appreciated very well in the country. But over a period of time, if there are certain statements that have been made by him, to which people somehow are not able to correlate, if the people of the country or the society feels that that he has been expressing himself in a different way post 2014, because he is not just a movie star, he has also been taking up social
But Professor
issues.
Bhatt, isn't that his right?
10 seconds. No, of course it is his right. I do agree. He definitely has the
Then
right.
should he
just
be
like
up
the
for
people.
boycott for the
Not
comment
at
that he has
all.
made?
No. Please just allow me at least 20 seconds to speak. You see, he was hosting a program called Satyamev Jayate where he talked about moral values in the society. If you remember, and so what happened post 2014 that he had to make, you see, he is showing despondency and alarm today regarding his movie. Actually, the kind of statement which he made regarding the status of the country. Now, the point is that he totally has a right to express himself. No one is denying
how is
that.
he showing
But
a sense
if
of
there
despondency?
Then if he's coming out and telling people, you only are showing in your program that he is saying that please don't boycott my movie and statements like this.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he's an
it's not
actor.
required. No, you see, if the
He's
movie
made a
is good,
movie.
people are going to like it. Why? If people are, you see the southern movies.
No,
have taken
the
over
only
21.
reason why he has said,
They haven't gone,
he was asked a question, by the way, Professor
Bhatt,
Bhatt, one moment. He was asked a question in an interview to which he said, sad that people believe I don't like India. That's quite untrue. I really love this country. It is rather unfortunate if people feel I am someone who doesn't like India. I want to reassure that is not the case. Please don't boycott my films. Please watch my films. Why should he have to prove his Indianness?
No, nobody has asked him to prove his Indianness.
No, of course.
Nobody has asked him to do.
You've got these trends happening.
if he is feeling so, that means that
In
the people
2015,
are
he
not
lost
able
his
to-
contract because of this sentiment.
You see, that means he is in a way disconnected to the society or the way people feel today in the country.
Okay.
If he is disconnected, he needs to connect himself to the country.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, one moment.
Just 10 seconds.
Advocate
Just
Vedika
10
Chaubey.
seconds. 10 seconds,
One more
Advocate.
guest left, please. Professor Bhatt, I'll come back to you. I have to
Okay.
accommodate everyone. Advocate Vedika Chaubey, welcome back to NDTV. You have become quite an internet sensation post your last interview. But Vedika, what is your view? Last time you had a problem with an actor. What about this one?
No, I feel apart from that statement, that particular statement, we should also remember him as a good actor. He has done a very good work in Satyamev Jayate, Tare Zameen Pe. He has raised a issue that needs to be shown, that needs to be put in public. But with his statement, which he has given 5 years back, and we are boycotting his film, that is not going to help this society. एंड अगर हम बाइकआउट कर रहे हैं उनकी इस 5 साल पुराने स्टेटमेंट को, तो मुझे तो लगता है कि इस देश में कोई नेता किसी को पार्टी में रहना नहीं चाहिए. हर नेता अगर आज पार्टी बनानी है तो वो उसके अगेंस्ट में बोल रहा है और फिर उसकी पार्टी में जाके उनकी के साथ में घूम रहा है.
Then hold everyone, even the politicians, with the same. सबको एक तराजू में आप तोलो.
बिल्कुल, वी शुड प्रेज हिम एज एन एक्टर. और उस फिल्म से देयर आर अनदर 1000 पीपल हु इज एसोसिएटेड विद दैट फिल्म. वी शुड रेस्पेक्ट देम आल्सो. Instead of boycotting that film for Aamir Khan, we should also look for other 1000 people who is going to earn, who is going to live.
Prahlad Kakkad, do you still maintain that this is actually pro-Aamir, what is happening? Eventually this will create far more sensation and awareness.
What I'm saying is that it is pro-India. India is not silly. They are not biased. The majority of this country are going to look at this debate today and decide for themselves that क्या बेफजूल में उछाल रहे हैं, क्यों ट्रोल कर रहे हैं उसको बेफजूल में. He's just as much a patriotic Indian as anybody else.
Yeah.
So most Indians have no problem with this. Most Indians will turn around, make it a point and say मैं जाके देखने वाला हूँ.
I don't know whether that will happen or not. Jyotjeet, very quickly, running out of time.
सिर्फ दो चीजें.
हाँ,
नंबर 1,
देखिए आपकी पीके वाली बात पे अभी ज़ैनब सिकंदर का ये कहना था कि अगर आपको गॉडमैन से प्रॉब्लम है तो फिर तो आपको उनसे भी प्रॉब्लम होनी चाहिए, अक्षय कुमार से और परेश रावल से.
अक्षय कुमार ने भुगत तो लिया, वो कहाँ चली उनकी पृथ्वीराज चौहान.
हाँ,
यही होगा. आप आगे सुनिए. आप धार्मिक कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात कर रहा हूँ अपने से. देखिए, फूल तो पार्क में भी मिलते हैं, लेकिन जब धार्मिक स्थल से हमें वो चीज मिलती है तो हमारे रिलीजियस सेंटिमेंट्स, बिलीफ उसके साथ जुड़ जाते हैं, हमारी आस्था उसके साथ जुड़ जाती है. नंबर 1, अगर आप कहते हैं कि हमने उसमें ये दिखाया है कि अंधविश्वास है, देखिए आस्था और अंधविश्वास को आप कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते. दूसरी बात, मैं ये जरूर कहना चाहूंगा कि मानसिकता जो है ये उसके विरुद्ध बाइकआउट है, सबसे पहली बात. दूसरी बात मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा सर कि अगर उनको कराना ही था तो इंस्टेड ऑफ मेकिंग अ वन साइडेड मूवी, उनको एक डिबेट करानी चाहिए थी कि अगर आपको लगता है कि धर्म के अंदर अंधविश्वास होता है तो लोग आए, स्कॉलर्स आए, स्पिरिचुअल्स आए, उस पर डिबेट करें. बट उन्होंने एक अपना एजेंडा लेके उस चीज को कर दिया. एनीवे, चलो वो बात समझ आती है. अब आप कह रहे हैं कि इंडिया की बात करते हैं कि जी उन्होंने इंटॉलरेंट कहा का. आपने जो वीडियो दिखाई एनडीटीवी की वो आपने पूरी नहीं दिखाई. आपकी ही जो उसमें कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंट जिन्होंने ये वीडियो शुरू करी थी, मैं उनको कोट कर रहा हूँ. उन्होंने कहा था, ही है आमिर खान के लिए आपकी वो कह रही है कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंट, ही हैज जॉइंड रैंक्स ऑफ दोज प्रोटेस्टिंग अगेंस्ट इंटॉलरेंस, राइजिंग इंटॉलरेंस इन इंडिया. तो ये तो आपकी कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंट ने ये चीज एस्टेब्लिश कर दी थी. दूसरी बात, इनकी वाइफ ने कहा कि हमें यहाँ पे डर लगता है.
I don't know the context in which you are saying this.
मैं अभी क्लियर कर रहा हूँ.
Or who has said what? You know, you're attributing something to an NDTV correspondent. I'm not aware of this.
You said intolerance word कहाँ यूज हुआ, तो आपकी correspondent ने यूज किया.
No, I'm saying he has. The context was intolerance. He never used the word. He used the word despondency.
तो वो डिस्पोंडेंसी और डिजेक्शन जिसका मतलब होता है डिस्पोंडेंसी का, और उनकी वाइफ जो कह रही है बच्चे के लिए डर है, एटमॉस्फेयर ऐसा है, अखबार खोलने से भी डर लगता है.
And then what did he say? He said, I found it a dangerous and a big thing to say.
और उनकी लास्ट लाइन
And
क्या
more
थी?
importantly, that man is still in India.
और लास्ट में उन्होंने
For
इसलिए सर क्योंकि ही इज इन इंडिया बिकॉज 85 करोड़ लगा के और देवी देवताओं का अपमान करके भी 850 करोड़ मिल रहे हैं, वो इसलिए इंडिया में.
अच्छा.
दूसरा, और वो जो कह रहे थे उनका लास्ट लाइन ये थी कि दिस सेंस डज एग्जिस्ट इन मी, कि वो उनको भी डर लगता है यहाँ पे. सर मैं आपसे एक छोटी सी बात कहना चाहता हूँ कि डेस्पोंडेंसी डिजेक्शन आई. मैं तो ये भी कह सकता हूँ फिर जो हमें समझ में आ रहा है, 2014 में दिसंबर में पीके पिक्चर लॉन्च हुई और 2015 में इनका इंटरव्यू आया, ये कह रहे हैं कि जी देश का माहौल खराब हो रहा है और 6-8 महीने में लग रहा है इन द पास्ट 6-8 मंथ्स रिजेक्शन हो रही है. तो 6-8 महीने जो थे.
My only thing is, Jojit, I'm willing to listen to you patiently only if I had the luxury of time. But the point is that you will hold him accountable for statements made in 2015, film released in 2014.
सर हम we haven't forgot 1947, 1984 के riots, और हम ये भी नहीं. Yes, we will not forget.
You will go so back in time for a movie.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's just say, in the great spirit of democracy, I've run out of time. In the great spirit of democracy, those who want to watch his movie must go and watch, and those who feel
कि 84 के दंगे भूल जाओ,
नहीं मत भूलो,
भोपाल गैस ग्राउंड भूल, ठीक है, भूल जाते.
My point is, obviously, you need justice. इसमें 84 राइट्स कहां से आ गया, I do not know.
और
I've run out of time, Joji. Run out of time. The point is, each his own. Please figure out, if you want to watch the movie, do it. If you don't want to watch, don't do it. But to troll him and his family, it's a bit uncalled for. Good night and goodbye.